also known as Belarus. I hear you have this thing that brother, my dear sweet brother, is going to be attending. Well, I do wish to join in to stay beside my brother. Now, you have questions because you say I need to audition for this. Well, I will answer questions and I expect to be let in. First question is, what is most important to nation? Well, this is very simple. Communication. You ask why? I simply say, if you do not have communication with your people or your government, both things will not work well together. Also, if you do not have communication with other nations and government, wars are started. Communication is key. If there is no communication, things fall apart or get cut up. Now, in my nation, we have many annual holidays where we have performers, artists, writers, musicians, and actors all in one place or in multiple places depending on, but it is big. We have big annual holiday. Also, we have Victory Day and Independence Day, where there will be big parades and fireworks. Biggest one happens to be in my capital, Minsk. We also, our favorite drinks are Russian wheat vodka. Now, you have one more question that is very difficult to answer, actually. What war was the hardest for me? Well, it is hard to say because soon after I settled in the land I am in, I was then taken over by the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. Soon after that, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. You see pattern here, I'm sure. My dear sweet brother, though, did free me from that. Only for me to be taken again by the German Empire. After that, I did enjoy a 2-year independence. And after the 2-year independence in which we then joined the Soviet Union. And you know what happened from there. I do not need to go into further history lesson. Now, you ask about my allies. Well, we all know my dear sweet brother will always and forever be my ally. My dear sister Ukraine. And then America. But we're not going to talk about America right now. I'd rather not. Now, you ask for a up-to-date thing that needs to be addressed in our world. That has to primarily do with me. Well, I will answer you simply like this. Simply as such. I really should not comment on the fact that America and Germany are urging my brother not to supply weapons to anyone right now that could involve Israel. Yet, the weapons that Germany and America are trying to prevent brother from selling is being made in my country. Now, think not bad of us for this. We are trying to survive these times. The economy is hard enough. Now for the other character portion. Hey guys, okay, Cat Corey. Now I'm gonna let you know this right off the bat. This isn't gonna be my only audition video. I'm also gonna audition as Hungary due to the fact I can't decide who I want to be because I have fun being Belarus and playing with Russias. But at the same time, I can do a great Elizaveta, and I know Prussia. I have fun with Prussias and everything. So I'm actually gonna leave it up to you on who you want me to be, because again, I really cannot decide. Okay, so out of character time. I need the list because I felt like I was severely messing up without it. The first thing I first learned about Hitalia through a high school friend of mine who just at random called me Belarus. It turned out I actually fell in love with the character, very much so. She's a complete opposite spectrum, which leads us into the second question. I picked Natalia because not just because she was my first Natalia cosplay, but because she is such a opposite spectrum of me, or of Hungary or anything like that, but Hungary was second, so we'll get into that later. Um, she can be very different, and she's obsessed with her brother, violent with a purpose. She always has a reason for her violence. It's not just random acts of violence. I mean, if you remember what I said earlier about not knowing what war was hard on Natalia, because she really never caught herself. She was, if you remember, like the Lithuania stuff, there's a reason why she broke Lithuania's hand. He ruled over her for so long, she resented it. She didn't see her family. Not without him saying no in my headcanon deal. And she can be scary as hell. Like it was quoted to me from a Russia that I get to play with. She is everyone's worst nightmare. And it's so much fun to play that. I know, I'm weird. But she can get along with others. Obviously, she can get along with Russia. She gets along with America long enough to gain freedom, have a good time up until 2011, but we're not getting into that because that'll get me on a rant. History and rants. No. Also in my headcanon, I think she liked to go drinking with Prussia during the Soviet Union because she just needed to get away from everything, and Prussia was a pretty chill guy and still is, and she'll never actually admit it, but she probably thought he was a little cute at the time. But again, never will admit it. Strengths, she's loyal, headstrong to her beliefs and her heart. She's really an earnest person, and she'll do anything she can for those she loves. Yet I think her biggest weakness is she has a hard time believing anyone will betray her, like they have in the past. Anyone she cares and loves about. One little fun fact I learned, I mentioned it before, and I don't know if I got the timeline right. I have to go back and look it up. I feel really bad if I did. But Belarus had 2 year, after the Soviet Union was not the one point in time where Belarus had independence. It was actually 2 years, starting on 1918, I think, where Belarus had a 2 year independence, only to be swooped up by the Soviet Union again. I think that's the time frame. Don't 100% quote me on it because I kind of wrote this out while I was in a math class. So, in her own crazy way, Natty, Talia, whatever you want to call her, I had to get those names. In her own crazy way, she kind of taught me to hold on to your passions. Hold on what you love. Hold on what you believe in. And just work at it. Work hard for it. Don't give up. And she also gave me a love for blades. I now have a very big collection of knives and swords and whatnot, but I digress on that. She really taught me to hold on to what you love and what you believe in, and you fight for it, you'll go far with it. So, yeah, a little sappy, a little kooky, whatever. I don't know how a crazy chick could teach me that, but she did. So anyways, there's my audition. Wait for the second one to come up. Bye, guys.